It seems like everyone is going mad for fire pits at the moment, but is it better to build or buy? Before we get into comparing the costs involved between building a fire pit and buying a fire pit, first let's get one built. So what are we actually going to build a fire pit from? Hold on a sec. How about an old washing machine drum? The beauty about making a fire pit from an old washing machine drum is the fact that it's basically already done for you. It's a great bit of metal that's not going to rust out in the elements, because at the end of the day, it spends its life in water. It's also got a ton of holes around the outside so the fire can get plenty of oxygen to breathe. A lot of them do also have a pulley wheel on the bottom, and people are using this as a bit of a foot, so it's got a nice stand. Now if it's made out of metal, great. Unfortunately, this one's made out of plastic, so I don't see it lasting very long with the heat of the fire. So I'm going to get this removed. It looks like this one has just got a single bolt in the centre. And that removes that. So with the wheel removed, I'm not going to mess about trying to remove this shaft. Instead, I'm going to use some really basic shelf brackets, and these should act as legs. I've got 3, as that's all you need just to keep it balanced. So all I need to do is lay it out in a position that I think will look good and mark for the holes. And with the holes position marked, I can get them drilled out. To attach them to the washing machine drum so they can act as legs, I'm going to be using machine screws and nuts. That's not too bad, and it's really that simple. Adding on some legs and the fire pit's done. I think it's going to be a lot nicer to show it in action when it gets dark. So in the meantime, here's a mini option that you can make. For the miniature version, all you're going to need is some gravel, a metal flower pot, and an old tin can. Now I am going to drill just a couple of holes in the can, and this will just help with the airflow for the flame. That should do. Now all we need to do is put it all together. So if you take your metal flower pot, you've got your tin can, but first we're going to put a layer of gravel on the bottom. Then we can sit the tin can in place, roughly centre it, and fill in around the sides with more gravel. So that's the washing machine drum fire pit done, and the mini version done. Now let's wait for it to get dark and light them up. Right, so how much does it actually cost to just buy a ready-made fire pit? They do vary quite a lot in price. If you want one with all the bells and whistles, a really fancy one, you're going to be paying £200–300 plus, to be honest. But thankfully there are some budget options out there. You can get them for as low as £35, maybe £40, but they're pretty basic and they look pretty much like a barbecue, to be honest. So to get one that is your typical kind of fire pit style, you're going to be looking around the £50 mark. So how much did this one cost to build? Now if you're lucky enough to have an old washing machine that you've thrown away, or you spot a neighbour's put one out for the scrap man, of course you can get the drum for free. Just take it out of the old washer. It's worth checking at your local scrapyard as well, because they might have some drums just knocking around that they'll either just give away or will at least sell for a decent price. You can expect to pay around £10–15. I ended up actually paying £20 for this one. It was quite hard to find, but I got it in the end. And as far as the legs on this one, they're just simple shelf brackets, £3.50 each, so £10.50 for the set of 3. And then it's just a couple of quid on some screws and nuts. So all in all, this has cost me £32.50. So how much did the mini one cost to make? Well, we'll start with the can, completely free, use an old tin of beans. The metal plant pot, this was £3.50, and gravel, I've probably used a couple of quid's worth out of a bag, but you can find this knocking around in your garden. Put a few stones in and that'll do the job too. So all in all, you're looking about a £5. I really hope you like this one. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Let us know in the comments down below if you're going to make a fire pit like this. I think this washing machine drum looks brilliant, especially seeing the flame through all the holes. It's definitely a winner. If you're not subscribed to On a Budget already, make sure you click the subscribe button and then click the little bell icon next to it. That way you'll get a notification as soon as you upload a new video. Thank you all for watching.